What's going on, 22 Comics, and it's Monday night again, so you know what we're doing. We're looking at this top 10 list. We're getting those alts so that we can make better decisions for our PC, because hey, here, no FOMO at all. Alright, so let's check this list out and let's see what I got for y'all. Coming in at number 10, we got New Avengers Illuminati. This is a one-shot, I believe, so it's like their first solo kind of series or a story or something along those lines. This is the second print, and it's been coming in at an average of about $40. There's the first print, of course. So yeah, we're around $40 average sales. I'm going to suggest that y'all sit there and y'all pick up the Fantastic Four, number 579. This is also a variant cover, and this is going to be the first appearance of the Future Foundation. With Reed Richards coming in, with the Fantastic Four coming in, I think it's really possible that we may get the Future Foundation in as well. So, average raw sales coming in at around $5. I mean, come on, how could you go wrong there? Why sit there and fall to FOMO when you can sit there and look at other books? Alright, let's get back to this list. I'm so flipping tired of seeing this book on the list, but number 9, we got Amazing Spider-Man number 88. I think it's starting to fizzle out. Of course, this is the first appearance of the Queen Goblin. This book just came out however long ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. Still sitting around $14 average raw sales, so it looks like it's starting to come down, which is nice. I'm going to tell y'all to go out and look at Amazing Spider-Man number 11. This is going to be the first appearance of Solus, who is the father to Morlun, the Inheritor. If we had the Inheritors come in Spider-Man Across the Multiverse, Across the Spider-Verse, then I could see us getting the Inheritors, of course, Morlun, and possibly seeing his father. But $8, not a bad buy-in. Back to this list. I'm just letting y'all know this week this list was tough for me. Just certain books was whew, dang, they were tough. Wonder Twins number 1. This is the first solo outing of the Wonder Twins, and news broke that WB's talking about doing a Wonder Twins movie, TV show, something along those lines. $16 average raw sales. I suggest y'all take a look at the book. The Blue Beetle number 1. I believe this is from, when is this from? 2006. This is going to be the first solo outing of Jaime Reyes as the Blue Beetle, and he's getting a movie. So a lot of times, you know, the first appearances and then the first issue of the solo kind of heat up along with it. $11. I mean, and like we like, this has been cast. This has got directors. Like, this thing is rolling. We've gotten, you know, artwork. Like, I wouldn't hold my breath on Wonder Twins. I would roll with Blue Beetle. That's just me. New Avengers Illuminati number 1. This is the first printing of this book. It's hot, of course, because of Charles Xavier, or what we think is Patrick Stewart's Charles Xavier talking in the Multiverse of Madness trailer. Average raw sales around $33. Here's that second printing as well that we looked at earlier. My suggestion, and this one was the toughest one on the list. I had the longest time trying to come up with something, and so this is the best that I could come up with. It wasn't something that I had already done before. Thunderbolts number 1. There's so much talk about us having Dark Avengers or Thunderbolts or something along those lines. That Thunderbolt book is heated up really big. And so my thought was, okay, well, what about the first Thunderbolt solo book? And it's right here at $22. Like, this book has even started heating up. I don't think $22 is even that great of a deal. I mean, it's less than the one shot of Illuminati. So yeah, take a look at that. You may want this Illuminati more. So, Iron Fist number 1. This just came out. This has got the Swordmaster has become the new Iron Fist, and this is his first outing as the Iron Fist. Average raw sales around $14, which honestly really isn't even that bad. I definitely suggest you go look, though, in your local SCS and see if they got one still on the shelf, because they may have one. If they don't, and you don't want to pay $14, then my suggestion would be to look for the Immortal Iron Fist number 2. This is going to be the, I'm going to butcher this name, by the way, Wu Ashi, who mentored Orson Randall. Wu Ashi was a Iron Fist, and she got some heat here not long ago as well. That was kind of picking up. Orson Randall was the Iron Fist before Danny Rand. I think that maybe Danny Rand's Netflix series might have tainted that name so bad that maybe they start doing like an origin story, kind of like they did with Doctor Strange, where he's got a mentor and they're working with him to help him harness powers. Would we get Orson? I don't know. Could it be Danny? You know, instead of Orson, could it be Danny? I guess it's possible. They made hints of this in the Netflix series. They made hints towards this character in the Netflix series, with Colleen Wing's character being the descendant of Wu Ashai. If you missed out basically on Iron Fist and there's no more at the shop, I would suggest look for that book. Extreme Justice number 9. This again heated up because of the Wonder Twins news. This is going to be the first DC canon appearance, because they came from Super Friends, was their first, I believe. This is average raw sales of $36. I think that kind of also like shows there's not a lot of support and hype for this, for the basic fact that we're not seeing their Super Friends first appearance on here. Like, I believe if this was a Marvel kind of thing, you'd be seeing that first. Like, Monica Rambeau came on scene, and everybody was grabbing at whatever name. Polaris, Photon, Spectrum, Captain, like any and everything that she had to do with it. But these folks come up on here, and, you know, we're getting there. Oh, this is the first time they're in DC. Yeah, we'll stick with that. That's great. That's great. Let's just do that. $36. I suggest that you look at Crisis on Infinite Earths number, was it 6? Yeah. This is the first time that Charlton characters that DC acquired show up in DC continuity. So we're talking like The Question, Peacemaker, characters like that. Remember, the Beetle was also a Charlton character as well. So there are a lot of the Charlton characters made their DC appearance here in this issue. So, you know, we've got one set of characters coming from Super Friends to the DC main continuity. This is Charlton characters coming over, and it was also stated that James Gunn showed a lot of interest in bringing more Charlton characters to the Peacemaker show. With there being a season 2 coming up, this may, you know, we may get something like The Question or another character of that sort. So check this book out and see what you think. Next up, Something That's Killing the Children, number 21. This is the Ash Can. I believe Something That's Killing the Children may have been on hiatus or something. I don't keep up with Something That's Killing the Children. It's just not my gig. But I like the cover. I really dig the cover. I think it's really cool. This is selling for average raw sales of $146. I suggest you look at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin Ash Can. You can see it down here. IDW Ashcan. But this is one of the biggest turtle stories that has hit in a long time, if not ever, just a long time. So this thing's selling on average for $65. It's been a minute since, you know, the last sale has happened, but still, that means it's out there and it's under $100. So I would definitely look at this and see, like, does that pique your interest? Is that something you're into? Again, New Avengers. This is the first appearance of the Illuminati. Multiverse Madness trailers, throwing hints towards that. Average raw sales, $88. I suggest that you look at Power Man and Iron Fist number 54. This is the first time that it's used that they are heroes for hire. When it was Luke Cage and his solo, it was hero for hire. So now it's heroes for hire. This is coming in average raw sale, $20. I mean, this is a decently old book. How can you go wrong? It's a dope cover right there. You got Heroes for Hire, or at least the Heroes for, and then at the end of Hire on the bottom down there. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I think it's dope. I like it. And I mean, especially for that price difference and that price point. This one right here. I believe the name, I may pronounce this completely wrong, but you see what the book is. Zero. This is heated up because 50 Cent's production company, G-Unit Filming, I believe, has picked up or shown interest in wanting to develop this character. So, of course, his number one goes up $84. Fair market raw value. Oh, man. Okay. I suggest you look at Icon, number one. This is the first appearance of Icon, and I believe Rocket as well. And this is fair market value, $12. Like, there's been so much interest in these milestone characters. Hardware on top of that. Static is looking into possibly getting his own TV show or movie. There's talks of either Hardware or Icon or Rock, or all of them having, you know, a cartoon series on HBO Max. Like, there's movement on this milestone stuff, actual movement. The other IP that 50 Cent has showed interest in, I think it's called Trill League, was another comic-based type thing, and it's kind of gone stagnant now. I don't know anything about Trill League though either, but if that shows anything, that maybe, you know, maybe it's not gonna hit, maybe it's not gonna make it. Some of 50 stuff has made it though, and the community does like that kind of, you know, the stuff that he's put out too. So, you know, if it does hit, maybe it hits good, but I wouldn't put $80. Me personally, I'm not putting $80 in Zero here. I'm just not. So I would definitely, if it was me, I'd look at Icon if I was just wanting to spend some cash. Superior Iron Man number one. This is the first appearance of this Superior Iron Man armor. There's honestly nothing really special about this story. There's the news of Tom Cruise may be the Superior Iron Man. We've got the multiverse. We got the Multiverse of Madness trailer that showed somebody with possibly his power set, possibly his costume, but then pictures have been enhanced and zoomed in, and it doesn't look like Tom Cruise as that Iron Man at all. And we don't know, but everybody's getting crunk and hype over this to drive up the price of this book, fair market raw value, to $46. Instead of looking at this book here, I suggest you look at Champions number 22. This is going to be the first appearance of Braun in his costume. It's also the first appearance of Riri Williams Model 3 armor. So if we're going armor for armor here, we got new armor, that kind of armor and stuff like that. We may see this in the Riri Williams show. So, and then of course, you know, you get the added bonus of Braun in his new costume. Let's look at these average sales. $25. So, still a little higher up than I would like to pay. But, if we're going armor for armor, I like my bets better with this, because this is very iconic. This is very much her own armor. Her Model 1 looks very much like a Mach 1. Her Model 2 looks very much like the multiple versions of Iron Man's armor that we've gotten throughout the years as far as the MCU goes. This Model 3 looks like Riri Williams. Like, I just feel like with the heart on the chest where it is, things like that, I just like, to me that's a no-brainer. That's just me though. So, thank you so much for checking out my video. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, click that like, click that subscribe button below. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. You can find me on Instagram at 22_comics. You can also find me on a podcast called Comically Comics. Thank you again very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And as always, y'all have a good one.